What's up, everybody? Curtricia Brown here, coming to you guys with my second trimester experience video. If you are new here, I want to say welcome. Hope you guys like the videos. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button if you do, as well as the bell notification so that you guys don't miss a video alert from me. If you have been here before, I want to say welcome back. Thank you so much for your support. I do have my first trimester video on my page if you guys want to check that out, but this is my second trimester video, and I just want to go ahead and jump right in so that you guys can understand how the journey has been for me thus far. So stay tuned. All right, so I want to start off by saying that today is March 11th. That means that I am 30 weeks and 3 days. Today I did have my 30-week appointment. What did they do today? I got my blood drawn for iron. I wanted to see what my iron levels were because I had literally been eating ice like a crackhead, y'all. Like it's chicken or something. And I watched my mom eat ice a lot growing up, but she's anemic, and I just out of nowhere just started eating ice probably like a couple weeks ago or so. I don't know. But everybody was like, your iron's probably low. I talked to my doula about it, and she had been saying to take a teaspoon of organic blackstrap molasses every day, and that stuff is so thick. I had to chase it with orange juice like every single time. It kind of reminds me of prune juice, and when I was growing up, like I love prune juice growing up, but it's a little bit more like tart. I don't know, but it contains 20% of the iron that you need every day. So I have been taking that, and so I was just concerned when I went to the doctor today. I was like, let's just do another test, because they had took my blood a couple months ago or so, and I think my iron level was a little low. It wasn't like below range, but it was like low to me, and I was like, it needs to be a little high. So I had went ahead and had them draw my blood today, and it was borderline anemic or something like that, but it really wasn't a concern to them. But I was like, I'm gonna get it up. So that's what I said I was gonna do. So me and my doula, she came up with a plan for me, and we're gonna just go from there and just pray for the best. I also got my Tdap shot in this arm, and it's very sore, so I'm gonna be trying to like move it around a little bit. The lady who gave me the shot was like, girl, you're gonna hate me in the morning, it's gonna be super sore. I was like, okay, yeah, whatever. But no, it's sore. And then I had to get, and for you, those who do not know, the Tdap shot is that it helps prevent babies from getting whooping cough. So they suggest that whoever you're gonna have around your baby as an infant to get a Tdap shot, or if they've gotten it before but it's been a while, just to get like a booster dose. So I got mine, and my husband will be getting his soon. And then the last thing I got was a RhoGAM shot. They did not tell me that it goes in your butt until today, okay? It's not really like your butt, but that's what the nurse said when she came in. She's like, oh yeah, that one goes in your butt. And I was like, what? Excuse me? But it's kind of like it's right before you even get like to the buttock area. So it was okay. And it's weird, like shots don't scare me. They don't really hurt. When I got my blood drawn, like those needles seem thicker for some reason, and it's really just like a pinch. But like over here, these 2 shots today, I literally did not feel them go in. And I don't know if it's because I'm like gaining weight from pregnancy, but it's super weird. I don't know, but I was like, oh, are you done already? Because I literally like didn't feel anything. She was like, yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. But either way, that's all that happened at my doctor's appointment today. After today, my appointments go to every 2 weeks, and then it'll become every week. And then after that, child, it's time to give birth, okay? So let's talk about how my second trimester has been. Second trimester has literally been the best trimester. I have been full of energy, and mind you, I am 2 weeks into my third trimester, but this is just all about the second trimester right now. I have been full of energy in my second trimester. I was trying to get everything done under the sun that I could. While I had the energy, I was really trying to take advantage. It was awesome. So I was way less emotional this past trimester. I don't know if you guys have watched my video on like overcoming like stress and depression for my first trimester, but like literally second trimester, I have not felt like, I don't think I've gotten sad like one time at all. Like my energy was like super high. I was super excited about things. It was wonderful. And like I said, I had my energy was through the roof. So I tried to take advantage of trying to like put the nursery together, and I'm gonna have a video up for you guys on the nursery. It's not all the way complete yet. It's probably like 90% complete because my husband and our friends Tony and Amber came by to put everything to help put everything together and organize stuff. And thank God for them. Like, they washed her clothes and put up canopies and they just did it all. So this is mostly what you can see behind me, but you'll see the full video. And I'll do one video like how it looks now, and then I'll do an update once we install like the rest of the things. But yeah, I took advantage of getting the nursery to put together. And I was just feeling absolutely phenomenal. And forgive me, y'all, if I'm running out of breath, because let me tell y'all, that just comes with the territory, okay? Being pregnant, you run out of breath. Just be like, ooh, okay. Sometimes I have to slow down. Speaking of slowing down, that's another thing that I had to learn to do, because sometimes when I have like high energy, I'm just like ripping and running, and I would get like overheated really hot really quickly and have to sit down so I wouldn't like faint. And it was just crazy, because I remember one time I was trying to get a whole lot of stuff done, and I went like to the store and I was like grocery shopping, and I was getting hot in the store, and I had came back, put the groceries up, was disinfecting stuff and doing laundry and putting stuff up from the dishwasher and just doing a whole lot of stuff. And like time was just going by, and I didn't realize that I hadn't eaten, I hadn't had anything to drink, and I was like, it was just time for me to sit down somewhere. I remember that happened probably like once or twice, and it didn't dawn on me until I had went to my mother-in-law's house, and they were sitting down about to have like some lunch, and I was like, I looked at the time like, wow, why is it like, does it feel like so late? And it had been like 5 or 6 hours that had passed by, and I started to think of the shakes and everything, and it was like, no, you need to eat something, you need to drink something like now. And I was like, I cannot let that happen again. I cannot get so wrapped up in doing so much stuff because I got so much energy. So my husband has been very good at like when he helps so much around here, like cooking, cleaning, or everything. And he's really like good at making sure that I sit down, I take breaks. Like if I just insist on doing something, he's like, make sure that you take your breaks, make sure that you're eating, getting your water in, blah, blah, blah. So it was really just trying to find a balance for me and still being able to like do the work I needed to do, but then also making sure that I'm taking care of my health and my child's health. So in my first trimester video, I talked a lot about like gas pains. Oh my gosh. I really hadn't had no gas pain at all. My second trimester, like literally like none. Now I can think about it, I didn't have any like gas pain. I think maybe last week or like 2 weeks ago, which I was in my third trimester at this point. I was walking, me and my husband were walking inside of Target, and I was trying to like tie my shoe or do something, which by the way, like I hate tennis shoes right now. I hate tennis shoes. Like I'm glad it's getting warmer outside because I need some sandals and something to just be easy to slip my feet in because it's a hot mess. But I was trying to tie my shoe, and I like bent over like sideways or did something, and some gas had got trapped on the side. Oh my gosh. Y'all, it was terrible. It was a terrible feeling. It would get worse and kind of like stop, and to get worse and kind of stop. So it probably lasted for maybe like 15-20 minutes. But other than that, like I said, that was in my third trimester. So second trimester, I really didn't have like any gas pain, which I was very, very thankful for, because first trimester gas pain, oh no, for the birds. Second trimester, I was trying to walk and stretch more and do more exercises like on my birthing ball, which by the way, birthing ball is the GOAT for sure. Like I absolutely love my birthing ball. It was really hard to kind of get my walking in when it was like snowing and stuff, because obviously like I had to be very careful going outside, walking in, and I never walked in the snow, but if I had to go to the store or I had to go to work, I was like walking on ice and stuff. And so I just had to be super careful with that. And I would just take advantage of like on my breaks, I would walk around at work in the gym. But now that it's warmer outside, me and my husband take advantage of at least trying to get out walking in like every day. That's one of the things people like swear by is like walk while you pregnant. Like walk to get the baby down, walk to get your exercise. Just like walking is just supposed to be like this big thing everybody is like just going ham about. So I try to get my walking in. I try to do my stretching, getting on my birthing ball. The birthing ball saved me from sciatic nerve pain. And I would only have it on my right side. Like it would go from the top of like my thigh area, like and shoot through my leg. And it would get worse and worse every single day. I hated it so much. It was hard to walk. It was the worst when I would sit down or like lay down on the couch, even if it was for like 5 minutes or so, and I had to like get up, because mind you, I pee a lot. Obviously I'm pregnant, so I would go to the restroom a lot, and it would take like 5 minutes laying down, getting up, going to the restroom, and it would hurt so bad to walk. It hurt so bad. So this was before I had started my exercises on the birthing ball, and I had let my doula know that I was having these pains. And so she was like, make sure that you sit on that ball every day. It don't matter if it's 5 minutes. It don't matter if you're just bouncing on it. It don't matter what, just sit on it. So I was like, okay. So I made it a point to make sure that I sat on the ball every day. I started off only doing probably like 4 or 5 like exercises in addition to just like bouncing on the ball. So like 3 days probably it took for the pain to lessen. And I want to say maybe like 5 to 7 days total for the pain to completely go away. I have not felt that pain since, and I'm so thankful that she recommended that. And I want to say that was probably the last time I felt that pain, maybe like 2 months ago or so. I don't even know if it's been that long, but I haven't felt it since. I'm grateful that I haven't felt it since. So I recommend, if you're having that type of pain, go ahead and get you a birthing ball or do prenatal massages, which I just had my first one last week. I decided to get a prenatal massage before my baby shower just to relax. Like I hadn't had any pain or anything. I just wanted something to relax. I love massages. And so I was like, let me try a prenatal massage. And it was thebomb.com. I don't sign up for subscriptions for nothing, but y'all, I'm gonna tell y'all, that massage was so good. I was like, yeah, I'm coming like once a month. Like once a month. This is where I'll be. You know, you guys have sold me. I love it here. So yeah, I suggest doing like prenatal massages if you have sciatic nerve pain, or get you a birthing bouncing ball. I got mine on Amazon. I want to say it was probably like 20 bucks, maybe 25 bucks, probably not even that. But yeah, love the birthing ball. It helps a lot, and I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on it during labor, because I do plan to labor at home, and I'll tell you guys a little bit about that in another video. I will say that when I had first started getting on the ball, I was feeling like lightning crotch. And to me, like how I describe lightning crotch is, it sounds weird, but it feels like a zap or something like in your vagina area. And I was like feeling that like the first like 2 or 3 times that I would get on the ball, and after that it kind of like went away. I did notice that, and this probably has nothing to do with the ball, but in general, just like sitting down and stuff, like my crotch area feels so tight, like so tight, especially when I go to sleep, because I sleep on my sides, but I normally sleep in like a fetal position with my legs like closed and like high up. And when I would get up to pee, like it would hurt and feel so hard to like spread my legs open. So I started sleeping with a pillow. I started sleeping with the pillow between my legs, and that helped a lot. And something that changed from first trimester to second trimester is I haven't had to sleep with my body pillow at all. Like my back hasn't been hurting, nothing has been hurting. Like my crotch area would just get tight sometimes, and it wouldn't necessarily like be like painful, really just kind of like uncomfortable, but that has stopped as well. Sometimes I still sleep with the pillow between my legs, and sometimes I don't, but it's just because like sometimes it's comforting. So yeah. Dreams. Okay, y'all, I had the craziest pregnancy dreams, and a lot of women always say that pregnancy dreams just comes with it. They are weird, they are crazy, sometimes they're scary, they just make absolutely no sense. And when I have them and I wake up in the middle of the night, like I don't have what's the word? Insomnia. I don't know why that slipped my mind. I don't have insomnia, but when I go to sleep and I wake up in the middle of the night, it is hard to go back to sleep sometimes. Like sometimes I would be up for like 2 hours, just like, what is happening? From like 3 to 5 o'clock randomly, just up, just wide up. and watching stuff on my phone just so I can go back to sleep. But I've never had a period of time where I just literally couldn't go to sleep. And I love my sleep, so I'm grateful for that. But yeah, pregnancy dreams are super weird. And I had a weird dream last night, but I'm in my 3rd trimester. I really haven't had a whole lot of them, but in 2nd trimester, I did have quite a bit of weird dreams. Leg cramps. Leg cramps are very real. Sometimes when I would stretch in my sleep and turn, I would almost turn my leg all the way until it went into a Charlie horse. And then right before it got to like a Charlie horse, I would pop out of my sleep and just try to like pop it back. Ooh, y'all, if y'all had a Charlie horse, y'all know that stuff is no joke, okay? It's not a joke whatsoever, but I'm glad that it's never been like a full Charlie horse. One time it almost turned into it, and I was like, oh my gosh, like I've only had a Charlie horse maybe like 2 or 3 times in my life, and they are so painful. I hate them, hate them, hate them. But leg cramps are real. I think water helps to get rid of them, which by the way, I have been doing immaculate on my water, okay? Speaking of, let's take a little sip. I've been doing great on my water. I think I drink more than what I'm supposed to every day, but I think that's supposed to help with like leg cramps. So yeah, I've been trying to stay hydrated, trying to make sure she has enough amniotic fluid in here so that she can continue to thrive and grow and develop and all that good stuff. So, you know, obviously I've been peeing every 5 minutes, but now I am working from home. So it's easy for me to just go ahead and just go to the restroom instead of being at work trying to run to the restroom. But yeah, it's very convenient now. Okay, now let's talk about cravings. I don't think it's changed much from 1st trimester. It's really like spicy food, sweet food has still been like the go-to. I started eating applesauce in the middle of the night. It's just like cold and just easy to just, you know, go down. I was trying to stay away from like too much sugar, so I did get like unsweetened, like original applesauce, and I would just pop them in the fridge, like the little small little cups, and I would just, you know, bring them to bed with me, just wake up in the middle of the night and just pop them back. What else? Oh, my line sister, shout out to Precious, finally, okay, yeah, I think I mentioned this in my first video, the 1st trimester video, that I was craving hot Fritos and I couldn't find them anywhere. Like before I got pregnant, I found them everywhere in all the stores and gas stations. They were everywhere, and I would just buy a bag and just go about my business. But when I got pregnant, I literally could not find them. And so one day she said, you're going to be getting a package delivered to your door. And I was like, okay, but she didn't say what it was. I'm just thinking like, you know, something for the baby. So I get this huge box. And I think it just said Fritos on the box. And I was like, what in the world? And I don't think it had her name on it. So I brought it in. I opened it up, y'all. It had like 12 to like 15 bags. Not the small. I got one right here. This size bag, okay? Y'all, I could have screamed because I was like, oh my gosh. And then I started getting nervous because I was like, Lord, I have to have some type of self-control to not eat up all these chips because for one, I don't know how it's going to affect Kensington. That's my baby's name. I was like, I don't know how it's going to affect Kenzie, and they're obviously not healthy, right? So I was like, I'm just gonna have to pace myself. So, and that's what I did. Like I do still have, she sent that box, January, I want to say, maybe December, January. Yeah, it had to be like December, January, something like that. And I would take like 3 or 4 days just to eat like one bag. So I still have several bags left. I feel like I'm doing a really good job. I haven't had any in probably like 3 to 4 weeks, maybe even longer. So I'm probably gonna have some after this video. But yeah, that's really the one thing that I had really been craving that I got. Let me see what else. Oh, I also was craving like smoked sausage sandwiches with like mustard. So I had told my mother-in-law one day that that's what I wanted. And like the next day, she had went out to go get the stuff. So we all went over there and I had my sausage sandwich and I felt terrible. Like I felt so sick and queasy after eating it. And I don't think she felt too good after eating hers. I don't know what it was, but maybe it was that particular sausage because I've had smoked sausages through my pregnancy, like cut up in like different things. And I never had a problem, but like having it that way with the sandwich for some reason just really made me like, I hated it. And my husband was like asking me like, are you sure like you should eat that? Because he was like, I'm not supposed to be eating hot dogs while I'm pregnant, and I haven't had a hot dog. So I was like, they're kind of similar, but they're kind of not. I don't know. And I was like, I don't know, we'll see. And I feel like crap. So I haven't had one since, but I'm pretty sure like I'll be fine after pregnancy to try them again. It hasn't been one of those things where it's like, oh, like I feel nauseous. It's something that I can't eat anymore. I don't think it's anything like that, but I definitely won't be eating them while I'm pregnant. Another change from first trimester to second trimester, I hated the smell of coffee first trimester, but now I can drink coffee again. You're only supposed to have, I think, like up to 3 cups a day, like for like a safe caffeine intake, but I literally drink probably like half a cup of coffee, and it's mostly creamer anyway, and I'll do like an iced coffee, and I don't drink them every day. It's probably like once or twice a week, if that. I still go to Starbucks and get like some things cream based just to try to stay away from a whole lot of caffeine. But the smell doesn't bother me anymore. It's perfectly fine, thank God, because I love the smell of coffee. Now, the last thing that I've been craving, do not judge me, okay? Here we go. Clorox wipes, y'all. Not just any Clorox wipes. Lemon Clorox wipes, okay? Oh, this is the crisp lemon too. It just smells so good. No, I have not eaten these. I have not licked them. I have not, none of that. The smell when I'm cleaning, y'all. First of all, I love cleaner. Pine Sol, Kaboom, anything. I absolutely love the smell of cleaning products, but for some reason, like I literally just want to bite. And I'm pretty sure like if I ever bit it, I'd be like, oh Lord, this is disgusting. But I don't know. For some reason, I had just been wanting to tear these things up. Let me just smell it one more time. Let me put these away before I eat them for real. But yeah, I have been craving Clorox wipes. That's the only crazy thing besides like first trimester. I think I told you guys like I had like went through this small little period where I wanted some cod liver oil, and that stuff is nasty if you ever had it. But that only happened like one day. But these wipes, I've been wanting to eat these for like a month or so, and everybody I tell, they be like, baby, we gonna get you some lemon cookies or something, because I'm like, I'm not crazy enough to eat them. I just like love how they smell, and yeah, don't judge me, okay? So second trimester, I did my birthing courses, which I think I mentioned Dr. Nicole Calloway Rankins in my last first trimester video. She talks about everything from labor, pregnancy through all the way through like postpartum. So I have been taking my birthing courses, which I, by the way, finished today. Very excited. I'm just very proud of myself. Very proud of myself that I finished my courses. She really just makes you feel like calm and empowered, like you can just literally do anything, and she's helped my mindset a lot. So I got through that. I did my birth plan my second trimester, which I'll have a separate video on that, or as we call it, birth wishes, because you really can't plan birth. You can't really just plan anything. So things that I would like to have in my birth. And let me just put this out here. If somebody like ever tells you what their birth plan or their birth wish is, please do not demean them and tell them, oh, you're crazy for wanting that and blah, blah, blah. And like, you aren't gonna be able to do that. You aren't gonna be able to labor at home, which I've been hearing from people. They're like, oh, are you crazy? Like, you're gonna go without epidural? And don't get me wrong, I never said I would never get an epidural, but I do want to try to labor without one, just because I have back problems. I have issues of my own and like reasons of my own why I don't want to get one, but I am not opposed to getting one. Like, I know my pain levels, and on my cycle, like I can barely handle the pain without medicine. So I'm not crazy to think that like, oh, like I just can make it through. But I mean, if I was out in the woods somewhere, I would just have to do it without it. And it's going to be a period of time where I am in labor without an epidural. So I plan to labor at home. But I just say that to say, like, mind your business and just be supportive, or just like don't say anything at all. Because like, because of those reasons, and this is including OBs too, because of that reason, like I'm keeping like my labor to like basically myself. Like the only people who will know that I'm in labor is my husband, my mom, and my doula. That is it. Everybody else will see Kinsey when she gets here, because I cannot. I have worked very hard, like 7 months, on trying to like prep my mind for just prep my mind and be in the right mindset to be like, okay, I can do this. Like, I trust, what my body can do. Like, I trust what God has, has planned for my body to do. And I don't know, I just been listening to different affirmations and things to just get me prepared. And I don't need people in my ear trying to like make me rethink stuff, because I'm just not here for it. So with that being said, like, I have been in a better place mentally. I have this book, and every week, like, it asks you like how you feel being pregnant, and literally, like, I have not been sad. It's always been like phenomenal, amazing. Like, I'm feeling great. Things are just, just going great. In my second trimester, like I said, I had great energy and just a whole lot of positivity. So I was ecstatic my second trimester. I'm still ecstatic, thank God. I still take my prenatal vitamins every day. I'm still sticking with the same brand. I think it's called one day or one a day, something like that. I did notice a change. Like, my nails they grow pretty. I get my nails done still. They grow like pretty fast under here. My hair grows really fast. Like, I just got these braids done probably like not even a week ago, and it feels like it's already time to like take them down, which is crazy. But my hair grows really fast, and before I got my braids in, I noticed that there was like a different type of shine on my hair, and a lot of women were telling me to make sure that you continue to take the prenatal vitamins after pregnancy, because postpartum hair loss is real. So you want to make sure that you don't strip yourself of the things that you've already been putting in, and the baby takes a lot of all that stuff out of you when they're born. So I will be constantly taking my prenatal vitamins when I have her. Weight gain. Okay, before I got pregnant, I was 137, and I'm 30 weeks and 3 days. And I went to the doctor today, and I think gosh, she said when I got on there, what was it? Like 167, something like that, or like 169. I did have my shoes and a jacket on, so I want to say I'm probably like 165 now. And I guess that's like healthy weight, which is so crazy. Like, I see it in my face. The only place I really see my weight gain is in my face, besides my stomach. So some people say I don't look pregnant. If I'm sitting like forward, I rarely look pregnant. Sometimes it just depends on how I'm sitting. Like, when I had my baby shower and people saw me like virtually, they were like, you do not, my sister said, you do not look pregnant. And my husband like turned me to the side, and I was like, oh, okay, now you do. But sometimes, depending on how I'm sitting, I look pregnant, and sometimes I just look huge, and sometimes I just don't look that big. It's so weird. Have any mothers like experienced that? Sometimes I feel heavy, and sometimes I don't. But I don't know. I guess it just comes with pregnancy. I don't know. Okay, swollen feet is real. I did not experience a whole lot of that in my second trimester. I'm really not even experiencing it right now. But I would notice that like at night, sometimes like my feet would get swollen, or if like I put my tennis shoes on, I feel like they would be tighter. This probably only happened maybe like 5 times. But other than that, I really haven't experienced a whole lot. I have been trying to stay away from a lot of salt. Even if I do stay away from salt, it just comes with it, from like water retention and stuff like that. So it doesn't really like hurt, but sometimes I would feel like my feet or my hands like tingling. But it doesn't ever last long. All right, let's talk about the changes that I have seen in my body. So my belly button has basically kind of like turned a little bit into an outie and it's really dark, and I have like a line going up like this way. Like, you already have like that brown line going downward, like where they would normally like cut an incision for your C-section. But I have like a line like going upward that's like just like a cute little dark line. I don't have any stretch marks, thank the Lord. I mean, even if I get them, I really don't care. But I'm very good at moisturizing every single time I get out of the shower. I had started off just by using like this little concoction that my sister-in-law made me even before I had got pregnant. She had just put, I think it was like a few different oils, some shea butter and stuff, and she blended it up and whipped it real good. And I just had like a couple jars left over, so I had just been putting that on my stomach, and that gave like a very good shine. A very good shine. So I was using that, and then I would use like the Gold Bond Shea Moisture lotion, and I love Gold Bond, y'all. That lotion just sinks into your skin. It's just like, it's my favorite lotion ever. So I have been using that, and I would normally put the oil mixture on like boobs, stomach, butt, and thighs, and just kind of like go in between the two and just put like the lotion stuff all over my body. So I just kind of like been making sure that I try to keep moisturized all the time. Okay, let's talk about boobs. Nobody told me that like your areolas get like literally like this big. Is that big enough? I don't even know if that's big enough. I don't know how. Yeah, I don't know. Like this big. Okay, they get huge. They get dark, as well as nipples and child heavy. They used to hurt. Like second trimester, my boobs used to hurt, but now for some reason they don't really like hurt like they used to. And I don't know why that is. I'm not really complaining, but hey, whatever. They were dark. They would hurt. Yeah, you pretty much just get like dark spots and stuff, and you just kind of roll with it. Okay, baby movement. So this is when I started to first feel kinsey move. So my apps were saying that like I should expect movement between like 17 to 20 weeks, or like 17 and 22 weeks, something like that. So obviously like I was waiting. 17 weeks rolled around and I felt like little flutters like here and there. 18 weeks rolled around and I feel less than what I felt 17 weeks. So I was just like, okay, this is weird. So I just kept trying to like monitor, you know, and like see each week like how the movements progressed and everything. And it wasn't until like week 22 or 23 that I really started to feel like little jabs instead of flutters. And then they would mostly be in the middle of the night. And then as time went on during the day, she would move more. Now, she kicks the hardest when I'm like hungry. So probably like 5 or 6 o'clock. Sometimes like she would kick me hard, but then if I was like way too tired to get up and I was just like in a deep sleep at like 8 o'clock every morning, kind of like clockwork, she would be like up and at it like, girl, get up, it's time to eat. I remember one time my stomach had growled like so loud, like I heard it woke me up, but then as soon as it finished, she was like boom, and I was like, okay, I'm about to get up and get some food. That's really when she kicks like the most. Like right now she's moving, but it's like the movements are different now that she's getting bigger and she's losing more space in there. So it kind of feels like she's in there like an alien just going like it's so weird. I really don't know how to describe it. But when my husband was like touching my belly at first, when she was like smaller and it was just like jabs and stuff, like he was like, okay, like this is cool, right? Now that she was like alien, he does not know how to handle it. He thinks it's like the weirdest thing ever. Like he'll like attempt to touch me and then he'll feel like her like little leg like just move across and he'd be like and he'd be like, we'll try again tomorrow. It's so funny, but that's how he was when his sister had her baby, when she was pregnant with little Asher, and he would touch, and anytime, like I guess when he moved, like it kind of just like freaked him out. So he's not used to it, and he probably won't be used to it, but it's fine. She's going ham right now, by the way. Other things that happened in my second trimester, I had to start working from home because where I worked, a lot of people were like catching COVID. And I have been reading like articles and seeing in the news that a lot of women who were pregnant and had COVID have been having their babies, and you know, like while they were pregnant, and they weren't even able to like hold their babies and stuff, and like they would get taken away quick and they would go home sometimes without their babies, and they would die. And I was like, I was terrified. So when people that were closer to, that I worked closely with, obviously like we would wear our masks and stuff, but people who I worked closely with were getting COVID, I was like, no, I can't do it. So I let my OB know, and she was like, yeah, like that's definitely not safe. And she had kind of just wrote me a note for work, you know, saying that I need to work the remainder of my pregnancy from home, just for safety purposes. So I had to work from home because I had been quarantined twice for being exposed to people with COVID. So it's definitely been a blessing to work from home. It's way less stressful and it's just safer to do it this way. When I was 23 weeks and 5 days, y'all, my wedding ring stopped fitting. That's why I've been wearing a silicone band. And it's crazy because I myself didn't notice it. I don't think you really like notice when things don't start to fit anymore. That you kind of like constantly have on you, like when you're gaining weight, you really can't tell. I just remember that I was sitting on the couch with my husband, and he just has the habit of like holding my hand and everything, and he just like happened to like look at my ring finger, and I guess like underneath the wedding ring, like my skin was like super dry, and I hadn't like noticed at all. And he was like, babe, like, you don't feel it? Like, does your finger hurt? And I was like, no. And I looked and I was like, oh my gosh, like, what in the world? And I was like, oh. So thank God he saw it when he did, because I had some friends who were pregnant and they caught it like really, really late. Like they were crying to get their rings off. They had to go get them like cut off and stuff. And I was like, Lord. So it really didn't take much. I think I put maybe some lotion on or like wash my hands or something. And I just took it off. So I caught it, or rather my husband caught it at a great time. I do miss putting my ring on though. But you know, the silicone band will work for now. Pregnancy seatbelts. So my husband was on Amazon and he was like, oh, like they have these pregnancy seatbelts and they are so comfortable, y'all. Like how they're installed in the car, like they don't, like, it's not like a regular seatbelt that kind of like goes around like your belly. It kind of like goes in between your legs so that like if you are like, you know, about to get into a car accident or something, or you're pulled forward, it's not too much. It's not on your belly like at all. It's very comfortable, and I'll insert a picture here of how it looks. So I'm glad he found that. It's been working wonders. I absolutely love it. So at my 26-week appointment, I think I was like 26 weeks in like 3 days, I had to do my glucose test. Now everybody was like freaking out and tripping about like how they, you know, how the glucose test drink tastes and everything. And I was like, oh great, because I have been hearing about this drink for years and years and years. And they always say, you know, it's just like one flavor, like this orange flavor that tastes like those little jug juices you used to get at the barbecues and the birthday parties. They was like, it tastes like that, but kind of like flat. And I was like, well, it don't sound like too bad. Like, I'm pretty sure I can like handle it. So I documented my process and I'll insert the clip here. That was so good. I knew I was gonna like it. Amazing. But that drink was so good. Like when I got to the appointment, she asked me if I wanted orange or if I wanted lemon lime, and I was like, oh, like I have a choice in flavor. So I was like, okay, cool. So since I had been hearing such terrible things about the orange one, I was like, let's go ahead and do the lemon lime one. And I think before I had made a post on Facebook. Like I was like, let's go see like what the hype is about. And I think somebody had said they had the lemon lime one and it kind of just tastes like a flat Sprite. So I documented the process and I was like, okay. And girl, as soon as I sipped it, I was like, oh my gosh, like this is really good. And I just kind of like killed it. So when I went out to tell the women that I was done with my drink, because you have to drink, you have 5 minutes to drink it. After you drink it, you have to see the time of when you finished it, because an hour after that you had to get your blood drawn. So I had went out and I guess like I finished it in like 30 seconds or so, and they was looking at me like, girl, you finished it already? And I was like, it was good. It was wonderful. But at that appointment, that was like the first appointment that my husband wasn't able to come to. I didn't know that he was only going to be able to come to the ultrasound appointments, but after that he wouldn't be able to, you know, really come until I give birth. But it's fine. I'm very excited, very happy, very grateful that he was able to come to those ultrasound appointments, because some people's significant others could not come to the hospital, different hospitals, you know, to see that due to COVID. So I was grateful for what he was able to go to. But these other appointments, they're so quick and they're flying by, kind of don't even matter. The very last thing that I want to tell you guys, like the only thing that really changed towards the end of my second trimester was like not being able to digest like ground beef and like pork as easy. I don't know like what changed or what happened, or maybe I had just ate like a heavy meal or something that day, but few days, for like maybe 3 or 4 days, I couldn't eat like ground meat and pork and stuff, and I was just like, ugh, like it was just heavy and like it just wasn't a good feeling. But it went away, and that's something I'm grateful for. A lot of things that I'm experiencing, like they don't ever stay around too long. They kind of just like, you know, they come, I experience it for a little bit, and then it just goes away. So grateful for that. But other than that, that's my second trimester experience, you guys. If anybody has any like similar stories, I would love to hear them down in the comments. I am going to be doing a few videos and posting for you guys about like the nursery tour, the birth plan, what I'm packing in my hospital bag, and like, you know, things like that. Because like I said, I'm keeping you guys with me through the journey just so you guys can experience what I'm experiencing, and we can all just like look back at this and be like, oh, I had a beautiful birthing experience, so I'm claiming that, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it, share, and subscribe. See you guys in my next video. Bye.